Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday, May 22nd. The old timers used to tell me that the older you get, the faster it'll go. And they're right. Seems like it's New Year's, 4th of July, Christmas. New Year's, 4th of July, Christmas. Throw some Thanksgiving and Easter in there somewhere. It's 5:30 on Thursday morning. We got little relocation process going on this morning, so we're going to roll out of here in just a minute. Got the truck warming up, got the air building up, so thought I'd run in here and get our devotional for the day. Jesus Calling by Sarah Young for May 22nd. When things don't go as you would like, accept the situation immediately. If you indulge in feelings of regret, they can easily spill over the line into resentment. Remember that I am sovereign over your circumstances, and humble yourself under my mighty hand. Rejoice in what I'm doing in your life, even though it's beyond your understanding. Let's take that in a little different context, okay? Now, I'm no genius, but I own the company, built it from the ground up. Talking about my construction business from our cattle business, either one. But when I have a, low guy on the totem pole, and it takes it, don't ever discount the low guy on the totem pole. The janitor deserves just as much respect as the foreman, all right? Everybody has their place in an operation. But that young guy that's starting up, and he's maybe a laborer or just a feed hand or whatever he is, he might not understand exactly where I'm thinking in a day. That's the same way as if we're the laborer, God's the owner. We may not fully understand where he's going with things, and that's okay. What we need to do is our part. We need to pick up our little old work gloves and do our part of what's going on. Let God work in our lives. Let him go. He's got a plan. If I didn't have a plan, those boys' paychecks wouldn't cash. If God didn't have a plan, our forever reward wouldn't be coming. I am the way, the truth, and the life. In me you have everything you need, both for this life and the life yet to come. Don't let the impact of the world shatter your thinking or draw you away from focusing on me. The ultimate challenge is to keep fixing your eyes on me, no matter what's going on around you. When I am central in your thinking, you are able to view circumstances from my perspective. So, first part of this is reminding you that he's got a plan. There is a God, and you ain't him. Basically. Second part of the plan is how to see things from his perspective by trusting him. We've been talking about trust a lot lately. Evidently, I've been needing to hear it. Maybe we all have. But we've been talking a lot about putting God first in our business, in our family life, in our daily life, and then bring up the drag. On a big set of cattle, you got a man on the front end, you got a man riding swing, which is in between him and the guy on the back end, which is drag. We're riding drag. God's got the front end. And I don't know if you've ever been around many people that were raised by cowboys or spent a lot of time in the pasture with cowboys, but them cowboys that had some seniority that are on the front end, you don't come from swing or drag and pass them. You just do not do it. You'll get throttled. Don't get ahead of God, because he'll throttle you. He'll throttle you right on back to where where you're supposed to be. I've said it a lot of times. He sent me back around that round pen a many a time. Well, he catches you trying to pass him up there on the front end, he'll throttle you back to where you belong to be, back there in the dust with the drags. 1 Peter 5:5-6, and John 14:6 for the scripture it gives for this morning's devotional. we've sure had a lot lately about trusting God and trusting Him to go before us and putting Him in the things that we do every day, all day. So evidently we all need a little more of that in our lives. I know that my peace has developed a lot more as I have gotten up in the morning, got into this devotional, read the scripture that goes with them, learned a little about the Bible. But more than anything, I know that joy comes in the morning, says it in the Bible. Put some peace, some love, some kindness, some gratitude, some thankfulness with it. And at first, I could make it, about 10 o'clock in the morning. Then I could make it till noon, little afternoon. And now I'm making it nearly a full day with it. Sometimes I have to really remember hard on it. And I can tell you that there were habits I had to break. There were habits with my language, there were habits with drinking, whatever, that I had to break to become the human being that I wanted to be. Now there's habits that I need to build if I want the life that I'm seeking, which is peaceful, serene. And if you look at it like that now, those that are a lot more learned and those that are a lot further along in their walk will tell you that, there's a lot different nomenclature to it. But what I'm telling you is for me, for a simple man like me, break those habits, build new ones, and put them in their place. And remember, guys, you may be the only Bible a person ever reads. Sometimes that was a scary thought for me. But if you're like me, all we can do is try to act accordingly. We'll see you guys in the morning. Have a great Thursday.